This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. You must be 18 or older to listen and or subscribe. Anything we say should not be used to diagnose or treat any medical or psychiatric condition. Do not use anything heard on this podcast as a replacement for professional help or an attempt to diagnose yourself or anyone else. We are not licensed professionals. We are not here to treat you. Any similarities to any persons alive or deceased are purely coincidental. We will not be held responsible for any actions taken as a result of anything heard on this platform. This is the intro.
The Kinky Campfire.
Yeah. What do we want to say? I don't want to say you people.
What's wrong with you people? I like you people. Can't say kitties. Okay.
No, why don't you
Hello.
people? Hey,
yeah,
you guys.
Exactly.
Hey, guys.
Ugh.
That's too Midwest.
God, that's
We're not
horrible.
doing that.
Let's,
I can't. I have an accent. I can't actually. say that. Dude. Why don't you dudes? Dudes is gender
It has
neutral.
to be gender.
That
it
is
not.
Dude is totally gender
I use
neutral.
dude. Dude,
yeah.
that is
I
a
use dude a
stupid
lot.
word.
Yeah.
That's
Dude
just
is.
I was thinking about that. I was walking into my place
You
the
asked
other
the
day.
NBs. Dude is totally gender neutral.
Yeah.
I
Why
use
is-
dude
What's up,
a lot.
dude?
Dudettes is not even a word. That's
No,
a
that's
stupid
stupid.
word. I'm
Yeah.
taking that out.
Dude.
You know what? This is okay. I'm gonna have a rant right now before
right.
we even start anything,
Wow.
and I'm gonna leave this.
By the
in.
way, I'm Dame.
No, we're not starting.
we're doing
yet.
that?
No, this is the pre-rant.
Oh, this
This is the
Pre-rant?
pre-rant.
Oh, pre-rant.
We haven't started yet, but I'm gonna
Okay.
leave it in though, because this is bullshit. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't. There's definitions, right? People have definitions.
Society has definitions.
Exactly. How about you ask me what my definitions are before you make the assumption I don't know what I'm talking about? Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
Like what we just talked about with dudes.
Oh,
Like,
dude. Like if you're offended by it or not.
yeah.
Don't assume that I'm
Or
offended by
I say
something
guys
that
or
I
something
mean it.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean everybody.
I'm
okay?
from the Midwest.
If
I'm
I
calling
say-
y'all guys.
If I say homie or
Yeah.
bruh,
Yeah.
I'm talking about either. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I don't care what your gender
Give a
is.
shit what's in your pants.
So yeah,
You're a bruh.
yeah. And
You
don't
fuck
snap
up. I'm
at
going
me.
to say bruh.
And don't fucking snap at me
Nope.
if we never had a conversation. How about you have a one-on-one conversation with
Mm-hmm.
me before you just make the assumption
Yep.
I know what to call you.
Yep.
And don't make an assumption when I say
But
bruh.
but when you know what to call them, do you still use those terms?
No, that. I'll call you what you ever. I don't give a fuck. I'll call you crap bag banana hammock. Whatever you
Crap
want.
bag banana hammock.
If
It's
that's
coming
what you
back
want to call
around.
it, you know what I'm
I
saying?
was waiting
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna check. No, I'm not
Dude
gonna be,
is gender neutral, but all pronouns are valid when it comes to actual pronouns. We do pronouns. We use the right pronouns.
That
we use
one
the right
too.
names.
Yeah.
We don't use dead names.
I can
That's
say
the thing.
yeah. If
but
you
damn it,
tell
I'm
me-
calling everybody
Hold on.
dude.
Hold on. This is my rant.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You can
I'm
rant
with
later.
your rant.
You can rant
I'm
later.
feeling your rant.
I'm ranting now. That's my thing. Ask me first. Make sure I know. Don't make an assumption that I'm one of those people. Okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm woke as shit. Okay? Don't just make an assumption. Okay? I'm woke as shit. Don't make the assumption.
He hasn't even been drinking.
Don't make the assumption.
think.
No,
What's in
I'm
that?
high, I'm high on life.
What's in
Don't make
that?
the assumption that I don't know what I'm talking about. That's all I got to say.
Caffeine.
Rant over.
I don't
All right.
know.
Come on, little bruz.
on, dudes.
Around the kinky campfire.
Yeah.
I have with me
Dame.
And Linux.
and Linux, and I am Captain Galactic Pretty Boy. We are here for another episode around the kinky campfire.
Oh, that's my favorite so far. What's in that drink? Lord, did you
Yeah.
spike that? He spiked it. I know
think
it.
he did,
Fucking
yeah.
put
GPB
vodka
is here.
in it?
Like, the captain's here.
So, what?
I steer this pretty ship.
Pretty ship. I steer this pretty ship.
so
Oh, I like
what we're
it.
going to talk about today, after we ranted for a couple of minutes before we started the show, we are going to talk about friends and making friends when you're coming into the lifestyle, been in the lifestyle, and all the above.
And what
So-
defines quality? Anything to
Yes.
do with making friends, coming into the lifestyle. How do you
especially
get in?
before we get into the whole definition, I definitely want to make a point that everybody should have standards and do not settle for less. Doesn't matter if you're having a partner, if you're making acquaintances, you have flyby people, you have play partners, all the above. Do not settle. You have no reason to settle. Don't succumb to the
Scarcity
mentality. Thank you. That's why you're here. I like you. So, do not forget that. I don't
wanna-
care what the fuck we're talking about. We are talking about all the above. Do not succumb to the scarcity mentality and stick to your standards. Never settle.
You want to tell them why you know that?
Fuck. No, I don't.
Speaking from experience, that's
No.
why.
I have no idea what
best-
you're talking about.
The best teacher is
Listen,
experience.
the captain
Captain doesn't settle
The
anymore.
captain doesn't know what you're talking about.
Captain doesn't
So,
settle anymore.
Who wants to go first?
You do.
Yeah, it sounds like you do.
I do?
Yeah.
Fucking people, man. I'm just tired of fucking Reddit, of their bullshit.
I'm going to go
with
get
the-
another drink.
With the settling of stuff. I like how you do that after we start the show.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
fine. I'm going to
So,
go get a drink and
yeah.
listen.
Yeah, you can cut your mic off. We can still hear you shuffling.
That's fine.
In our mics. Okay.
Shuffle.
So, okay, the reason I want to talk about this topic specifically, haven't been drinking, thank you very much, is because I hear a lot of stuff that is scarcity mentality talk, which I can't fucking understand, from people that have like this entitlement thinking that everybody should be friends with them when they put zero effort into doing anything. If you're on your computer talking to a group and that's all you want to do, I understand that, okay? This is a separate topic. But if you're on there complaining you can't make friends or nobody wants to be friends with you, but then you never leave your house or your comfort zone or wherever, and you just go from work to school and that's all you do, that's fucking annoying. There are places that have events. Go to one of those events that interest you and make friends with people. Nobody's just going to randomly come and talk to you. You have to put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone, and go find somebody to talk to. Because I guarantee you, 80% of those people have the same fucking issues you do. They are nervous like you are. They are anxious about going there. Probably more than half of them were considering not even going at all. But they went out there and made friends and talked to people. That's all you got to do. Just be friendly. If fucking people aren't nice to you back, guess what? That's on fucking them. They are the assholes. Doesn't mean you have to be mean, and doesn't mean you have to stop being nice. I'm just gonna rant by myself here.
I was letting you. I mean,
I
you were just rolling. So
I know. It's just.
I still think
it's,
that person might be the asshole, though.
it's fine too. But guess what? You'll realize you're the asshole.
Yeah.
It might be you. But the point is, if you're being nice, somebody's gonna be nice to you. I'm not talking about the fucking. That's a whole nother thing. If you're just a fucking asshole and nobody knows that you're an asshole, or you don't realize you're an asshole, somebody
get to
hasn't
that
told
later.
you. Because I'll tell you you're a fucking asshole, especially if you ask me.
Especially on this podcast.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, you can, eventually we'll have a website. You can email in and comment all you want. I'll tell you if you're a fucking asshole. Am I the
We've
asshole? Yes,
wanted
you're the
to-
fucking asshole.
We've wanted to start that for
God.
a long time. The Am I the Asshole?
I could do that all the time.
Yeah.
If I could be the judge of my friends, partners, or whoever they talk to, oh god, that'd be amazing. Just bring that person to me. I'll tell you the fucking shit.
He calls
Okay?
it out quick.
God.
Instant.
Fucking amazing.
Not for his own.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now he does.
I wish I had the real entitlement of this right now, that everybody should be listening to what the fuck I say. But
so
anyway,
far they are.
God. No, our friends are not doing this because they're sticking their dick in stupid people.
Well,
Okay.
you
so
aren't talking to him either.
You're
didn't
not
ask me.
telling them.
They didn't ask me.
So you have to be asked.
Duty
Yeah.
to ask and duty to tell. He's
I'm not gonna
very
do it.
duty to ask. They have the
Listen,
duty to ask.
as I've said before,
Like, you are
my
not gonna get
words
information
carry
volunteered.
weight. It takes
What?
me
But
energy.
what about you tells them that you're available to ask?
That's another thing
Nothing,
too.
his face.
If they haven't realized that my opinion is fucking golden,
But why would they know that?
exactly.
They
That's
won't
my
want to talk
point.
to you because you got that nasty face on all the time.
What? So
laughing
what
now.
are so
Who the hell
what are
wants to
you
talk to
bringing?
you?
Well,
Sincerely
stop a minute.
trying
So
to-
what are you bringing to the table socially
I see
that
what you
would tell
mean.
people that I am a person that is
Right.
open to
I'm
your
a safe
questions?
space.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not going to belittle you or make you feel stupid for asking these questions.
he is,
what are
though.
you doing?
Yes, I am.
But what
No.
do you bring to the table that tells people you are that person that can do that with?
Look at my work. I have my resume. You can look at my work. But I'm going to turn this around
The
and you
fuck are you
What are you
talking
talking
about?
about?
look at my work.
What work?
I have.
I'm gonna turn this around on you, Dame.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, Lord.
I believe you are a leader of my community.
And you're full of shit.
That's my opinion.
So is mine.
As a leader of my community, I believe that your opinion matters. That's why I value you as a friend.
I disagree. You believe that my opinion matters because we have spent 6 years proving it.
That and also
It has nothing to do with community. I have spent 6 years showing you why my opinion matters.
leader of the community is separate than us being friends. different things. You're just the leader. That's your title.
Well, and you're still wrong, but okay.
You can we can agree to disagree. That's fine.
God.
But the other
he's
fact,
on a roll.
yes, for 6 years we've proved it.
You've been building a rapport together.
Yes.
But you, I assume, value my friendship as well, in my opinions. Otherwise, I feel like we haven't. We
Sitting here.
We wouldn't have been close.
Right.
But what did I do to show you? I feel like you just paid attention.
I did pay attention.
Everybody else is not paying fucking attention.
Takes a, yeah. it
Yes,
takes
but what
special
are you
people to
doing?
pay attention.
Okay, but be honest though. The only reason I paid attention to you is because we had somebody mutual.
Right.
If we had not had that mutual person, you wouldn't even know who I am. I wouldn't have been a blip on your radar because I don't meet your standards.
Because true, and
Accurate.
because of that mutual person, a lot of people know who I am, though.
But I'm talking about me.
That's true.
I would not have been a blip on your radar because I don't meet your standards.
That's not true.
It is. I'm not geeky. I don't like board games.
Oh.
I don't do a lot of the things that would have pinged your radar as
But you're
somebody
kinky,
to
though.
Evie. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that are kinky and you
So
don't give
here's
them
the
the
weird
time of
thing.
day.
Here's the
That's
weird
true.
thing. His standards, he says that those are his 2 standards, but actually there's more that almost are valuable in a
That's very true.
different way that
And,
he's
and they,
not
and they
saying.
are.
Yeah.
And maybe after 6 years, we would have gotten to where we were 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we would have gotten to where we are now if not the forced opportunities
Yeah, the
that we
forced
had through the
attention you had to
mutual people that we were with.
That's not true. Because,
Come on now.
No, because I have other friends that I've known longer than you in this community, and it's not because of that connection. Because I see them on a consistent
You
basis.
guys didn't get close until after all of that anyway.
That's true too.
Right. Well, we were
just knew each other, but you
we
weren't
had
close.
moments,
It was after.
Not
but
like
it was
this.
after.
Yeah, it was after.
It was way. Yeah.
But there are people that I've known longer than you that I consider like friends, acquaintances, and it wasn't because of the connection that you and I have.
right.
It's because they are consistently there. That is my lowest standard, consistency.
Right.
I have to see you at public events, at group meetings on a consistent basis.
That's just step one.
That's step one. So,
or even step 0.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I don't know how many steps later, but if you're leading events and leading groups and everything, that puts you on a whole different level for me as well. But doesn't mean I'm just going to accept you as a friend after that.
True.
So there's a bunch of different standards and everything like that. But I see what you mean. You were on my radar because of that, but that's not why we were friends. It's because of consistency. Consistency.
And you put yourself out there with the consistency.
Yeah, if you're leading everything, you're already on a different pedestal for me. If you're actually able to, there's some
Yeah, but
people,
I know a lot of people that lead things that are worthless.
right. That's why you get scrutiny more so
Oh,
in my eyes
yeah.
than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at you with a
I've been
fine-tooth comb.
I have been scrutinized in this lifestyle for 10 years.
Everybody should be forever. Just discerning eyes, people with a good discerning eye.
Yeah, if you're,
Keep
especially if
doing
you're
it.
leading stuff. Yeah, I feel like you should always be under scrutiny.
Well, everybody should. If we're not,
But they can't just make it a
scrutinizing each
set.
other, then
They
that's
can't
like
just.
vetting.
But if they're not going to your events or actually getting to know you, then that's fucked up on them. That's
Yep.
their fault.
Yep.
Like you can make a comment on somebody. Oh, they shouldn't be doing this. Have
Scrutiny's
you?
gotta, yeah.
have you ever been to their
nasty
events?
and negative? That's
How
different.
do you
discerning?
Yeah, there's certain friends we have that I've heard some of the complaints from their events that they've thrown, and it's like, well, fuck you. You can go do your own event.
Yeah.
Like, and then I know this is
Those are always great. Those complaints. Some of those.
is-
They're so good.
fuck. And these are people. So the people that complain to them are people that I've known for years. They complain about their event and are like, "Oh, you should do this instead." But I know these people; they ain't fucking leading shit.
Lazy.
Nobody in our common friends group even thinks of you as leading anything. But yet you're going to complain to somebody that's actually doing something.
Right.
No, you can go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I don't lead shit, because I would go tell them to go fuck themselves. I heard what our mutual friend said, and it was much more PC, but I'm like, no, go tell them to go fuck themselves. I know this asshole. This dude isn't leading shit. He's a fucking weirdo, and he's going to tell you to do this. Oh, yeah, go tell him to fucking lead his own event. Nobody's going to go, because you're a fucking weirdo. Nobody's going to go to your shit. But then you're going to comment, you did literally nothing. Somebody else led the event, and they came to the event, and this person was looking for somebody to lead the event after they were done with it. Somebody else came in, but this fucking person didn't offer their leadership services.
Right.
And then when after a couple of years,
I don't
that
like
this
how
person,
they did it.
yeah, they're gonna complain to you about this and like, yeah, go fucking suck a dick.
Go suck a bag of dicks.
I mean, that's not really in our community. That's not a.
It's
thing.
not a threat.
But I mean, it's like literally
There's
go do
people that
some.
would line up for that.
Go write a
Yeah.
research paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's people that would
that's
line
a
up
terrible
for that.
insult.
I just said it wasn't an insult.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, go watch a movie. Like that's literally just one of those things.
Go
But get away from me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care where you go. Just don't do that
Not
here.
here,
Just
yeah.
take that shit out of here. But yeah, so that's my issue.
So when I'm thinking of, I have a distinct difference between friends and acquaintances.
Me
Right.
too.
So friends, I've always made the distinction that like if you know my kids, you're my friend.
Okay.
If you've been in my home,
Yeah, we're friends now.
we're friends.
Okay.
Because I just don't let anybody, because that's my safe space. That's my place.
I've let some people in.
You know, so if
you know,
you've
they were
been
with
in my
somebody else.
home, there's a different level of friendship there.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Right.
And then even, I thought you had.
He hasn't. No,
That's your fault.
it's okay. Yeah, it is.
That is kind of your
Oh.
fault. You'll be there
Are
in a
you
couple
sh-
weeks.
Are you sure you haven't been drinking?
I think he might have.
He's got it. He has to have
Told you I'm
alcohol
high
in
on
that.
life.
He's got to have alcohol in that.
This is what the captain does.
But then even the people that have been in my home are still at a certain level.
Give me that.
Then there's people that I have a handful of people that I know no matter what time I call, if they're awake to answer or they wake up to answer, they will be there.
If you need me, I'm there. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
I'm one of those people
I don't know
too.
if you know that, but that's the kind of person I am. And
Well,
actually
I know
have a
that, but
standing
you know
agreement
why?
with my family.
Because
I'm like, I gotta go.
This is one of the people that I know as a friend. You know why? Because I was I had surgery.
Yeah. That was the first time I was at your house. I'm like, I'm there.
Yeah, I had surgery and I had to come to the realization that there were things that I needed to do to take care of my body that I didn't have a partner to help me with. And
More
so
power to you, buddy. 'cause
I was
would've-
like, I actually put I stepped out of my comfort zone and reached out and I
Asked
was
for help.
like,
You know how hard it is
I
to ask
asked
for
for help.
I can't ask for help
And
either.
the minute I did it,
Yep.
they were like, I'm there.
That's because I know how hard
see
it
that-
is to ask for
Yeah.
help
see that
because I
carpet
can't do
over
it
there?
either.
I'd have been dying rolled up on that carpet
Yeah,
before I
it's
called
and it's
everybody.
not because you're not compassionate. It's really just way too far out of his comfort zone.
I
It's really
respect
sweet.
you for that
yeah.
because I would have literally been dying on the floor
Oh, before you asked for help,
before I asked for help.
I did. I needed
can ask
it.
me.
Like I just
because that's I'm the
I've been
person
shitting on
people
myself.
ask.
I had surgery and there was no way around it. I waited until I couldn't wait any longer. I tried to figure out every possible scenario and it just was not working. So I was like, okay, I need this help. And it happened. And
We're
that's
just chilling too.
yeah, it was.
There's
it was
a big
actually
part
good.
of medical stuff. You lose your dignity a lot of the
Yeah.
time when it comes to medicine. Anything related to the healthcare industry.
That's
it's
a
really
quality
difficult.
friend.
Yeah.
Like when you no longer have to lead with your representative. When somebody is around you and you no longer feel like you have to have your representative buffer, even if it's just for 5 seconds while you're adjusting to who's in front of you, that's a quality friend.
Yes, I agree.
Because there are people that no matter how many times I've been around them, my representative takes over for sometimes maybe 5 or 10 seconds. That's the distinct difference.
I like
You're
that
a
phrase,
representative.
representative.
What's the representative exactly?
When you meet people, you never like
Your
the
kind of
very
false
first
self, the
time
self
I
that
met
you
you.
present to
I never
people.
met you. I met your representative.
Yeah,
I met the persona that you put out to the world that you want the world to know about you.
Yeah.
That's
my
your
signature.
representative. So you always lead with your representative. Your representative leads all of your interactions.
Okay.
And it's when I no longer feel like I
your
have to
mask.
lead with my representative is a quality friend.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Just haven't called it that. So, okay. We're on the same page. That's for me, it's being put on stage.
Well, it's called being polite because you don't know your audience yet.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure each other out.
It's a
You don't
protective
know
mechanism. It's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
It's
Yeah.
all different things. You don't know what's going to offend people yet. You don't know where they stand about certain things. When you get to the point to where even though you might not know those things, but you know it's not going to jeopardize your relationship, it's not going to jeopardize your friendship isn't contingent on it. You no longer need that representative to be a buffer between you and that other person.
Kind of, sort of.
That's
You're thinking of it-
how I differentiate between a quality friend
Yeah.
and an acquaintance or just a
I
friend
actually do
or
too. Do they
things
see
like that.
you behind the mask you have to put out to people?
Where,
Like when we've
where
got,
I can react.
Yeah.
I can have an instinctual reaction and an authentic reaction to something. And I know no matter how I react, it's not contingent on my friendship.
Yeah, I've got one friend that's very reactive that we both know, and you know, you're kind of getting to like them too. And
Yeah.
I am the same way with that friend.
Yeah.
It's because I know her reactions, and I'm like, none of this has anything to do with me.
See,
Yeah.
I kind of get that.
And
I
same
get what
with
you're
me.
saying, but my representative is so far apart from my original self.
You just perceive that your representative is actually
No,
part of
I
you. 'cause
told
you've
you-
got multiple like
no.
personalities
Yes.
that you use that are actually part of
Because
you.
my
and once you integrate them,
my
I'm excited
baseline
for that.
no is very. There's a certain person that comes to our regular events.
Mm-hmm.
He just sits there
Yeah.
off in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's more so with my baseline.
actual personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I can never actually
Well,
show.
a representative doesn't have to be showy. A representative can be any number of personality traits.
Right.
It's just
but
your.
for me, in a social situation, that's where my representative.
But you're
going
going
to
to have more than
glitter,
one. You're
glitter
gonna,
pants
Right.
over here or whatever has his own like other moniker that you know it's got an alliterative name that's like a whole different persona you got to put on before you go in to do social shit.
But we
And I
all
get
do that.
Yeah, it's
because
good
I have a
therapy
persona
technique,
for
too.
work. I have a
You have to.
persona for family. I have a persona for social.
Like, amp yourself up. Yeah, it's the social one.
and so yeah, especially when I'm going into a situation where I know I'm not going to know everybody, I always lead with my representative.
Right.
Always, even though I'm going to know people there, even if my quality friends are there, I'm going to lead with my representative. But then that's when my quality friends call me on my bullshit. They're like, "You didn't really mean that." And I'm like,
I'm the
"Yeah, I
one-
know, but you know what we're doing." And they're like, "Yeah, I know
Right.
what we're doing."
I'm getting what you're saying about the representatives. I'm just saying
It's a new terminology.
No. I'm good with that part. I'm talking about
like
showing your good friends your actual side.
But it's never
That's
a
what
choice.
she's talking about.
But see, that's the misnomer is your quality. You never choose to show your quality friends your true side. Your quality friends see it.
Through your that makes sense. That's what I do with
it's
you.
over time. Because you can't keep it up at the pace that you need to with people that are around you at a constant rate.
Makes sense too.
And
Or if
so-
people aren't paying attention, then they're just like too stupid
and so
to
it
figure it out.
sneaks through over time, and when you don't get a negative reaction,
The
then
mask slips.
then it seeps through a little bit more, and then the next thing you know, they know you. It's not a choice that you're making.
Yeah, it just kind of happens as you
Which
you
is why
divulge
that
information.
whole I don't understand why they can't be friends with me. Well, what
have
have you done?
You haven't learned anything. You haven't spent
Did you
time
ask
with
them their favorite ice cream?
No.
Did you watch a movie
Do you
with
know
them?
their middle name? Yeah.
And that's one of the things I had to ask somebody the other day is,
These people are
is the
dumbasses.
only time that you've ever seen this person at a social event? Is it the only interactions that you've ever had with this person at an organized social event? And if you can say yes, you're still dealing with their representative.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yep.
They don't
Not
have
making a house room for you. Not yet.
And I have that. I have no problem telling other people that, like, I don't understand why she doesn't like me. Why? Why do I have to?
Yeah. Why am I entitled to have to like anybody?
I don't have to like, and not everybody should be liked. There should be people out there that don't like you.
Yes.
There's somebody at work, my job, that says if you haven't pissed off one person every day, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, all right, because it means you're not being yourself.
Not everybody should like you.
True.
And I'm okay being that person that you know doesn't like you.
That's amazing. That's
I
my
will wear
favorite.
that. I'm
that badge
okay
you
with
wear is
that.
glorious. I want to shine it every day.
Is
I'm gonna
that one of
polish
those
that
like 1 out of
badge.
5 people you meet doesn't like you? Just like
Yeah.
waving your hand.
Yeah,
What?
it's
One.
me. It's
I'm
me.
okay playing that role because even if we become quality friends, I still don't have to like everything you do. There should still be somebody, like I have quality friends that we disagree on like 90% of our shit.
Right.
But if I called them at 3 a.m. and said, I don't know what's wrong, but I need you,
Ooh, oh.
they would be there. They would be there. Bear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without question. Without question. Mutual friend, Bear. Yeah.
You know?
Without question.
So I don't mind being the person
Get his ass right out of bed.
that people know don't like them. One, it teaches them that people have boundaries.
Yeah.
Two, it teaches them that not everything is fucking given to them in life just because they decided to show up.
Mm-hmm. And three, you're being authentic.
It teaches you that maybe you don't want to get to know me. Just because I'm at the same events and doing the same things you're doing doesn't mean that I'm necessarily somebody you want to like.
Ooh,
and
I
I'm
like that.
okay with that.
It's like the opposite boundaries. I don't have to like everybody and they don't all have to like me.
Right.
I like that. Helps you get over your ego. All of it. It's good ego work. I think it is more for myself, like for the person not, doing the not liking, because then it shows you're being authentic also. You don't have to like everybody. So they have to respect that about you.
And just because I don't like them doesn't mean I'm rude.
No.
Doesn't mean that I'm off-putting. Doesn't mean that I go out of my way to make them uncomfortable or nervous. That's their issue, not mine. If they're uncomfortable or they're nervous or they're off-put by something I'm doing, then that's their issue, not mine.
But
unless
Dave,
I'm specifically going after them, which I very rarely do.
I want us to be friends.
But I'm intimidated by you. You intimidate me.
If I intimidate you, then you have your own issues that you need to get
You
over.
intimidate me.
I just want you to talk to me.
Then talk about something I care about.
Yeah. It's not you intimidate me. It's I'm intimidated by you.
Yes.
They can't say that. They have to say you intimidate me.
And
or you're
you being
intimidating. Or you can go fuck yourself.
and you being intimidated by me, I'm okay with.
Yep, because that's their problem.
Because it's not my issue. You're too loud. That's your problem.
Yeah, plug
That's
your
not
fucking ears.
mine. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, you don't have to stand near me.
Just like you people.
You people.
You people. You don't have to listen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Oh,
can
these
move
people.
on.
These people?
Yeah, you people.
Quit insulting your audience.
Was it just like what I said before? Just because you entered a building doesn't mean you're entitled for people to like you.
I loved that. Uh-huh.
It's true. Just because you attend a munch, just because you attend a dungeon, just because you attend a speed dating site, just because you attend something doesn't mean you're entitled for people to like you.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's obligated to be your friend just
There-
because
this-
you showed up.
This is not a participation trophy space.
I'm here.
God damn it. I feel like we're being vague, but I feel like I can look in your eyes and you're talking about a specific person. I want to know who this person is now.
It's not though. It's
not.
a
It kind of it is for me for like two people, but not
I mean,
really. It's really
yes,
general.
I could name names.
Actually, I'm thinking about my neighbor right now, which is
But-
kind of strange.
But it's the
like
problem
that.
that I'm constantly seeing say on the website. People are like, well, nobody will talk to me and nobody will do this and that everything's a clique and everything's this. Well, no, a clique is just a group of people that you want to belong to that you don't, so you're pissed off. So you call it a clique. But what have you done to make yourself welcoming to these people that you want to be a part of? Why do you want to be a part of them if you haven't even had a conversation with them yet? What, because they're grouped together?
Ooh, I wish somebody would have asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're grouped together doesn't even mean they're a clique. And maybe they just happen to be in the same fucking space at the same fucking time in the 30 seconds that you walked in the building.
There's this good book I've got. It's like The Art of Nunchi. It's this Korean art of like emotional intelligence, and it says like you've just walked into a room. Those people were here before. You need to read the room. You're the new guy walking in. Those
How
people,
are you going to fit into the space you entered?
You are now about to affect,
or not even
infect
fit in,
this
but
area.
how are you choosing to contribute to it?
Yes, you've got to contribute to the environment that already exists. It existed before you. Don't walk in, you arrogant slob, and think all of a sudden everybody's going to stop and look at you and interact with you. That's not how this works. It's not. You have to mold yourself into an environment that was already created before you, and your ego has to just be okay with that. That's it. You're about to change an environment. Respect it. It exists.
Well, you're
going
to change any environment you walk into.
That's right.
It's whether or not you
Schrodinger's
choose
cat,
to
the
change it
observer
positively
changes it.
or negatively.
Yeah.
you're going to change it. But
Yeah,
that's
there
still
you can-
your choice.
Yeah, you can put your ego in that. If you want to feel like you're real important walking into a building where there's 100 other people and you want to make your impact, you will change the room somehow. But figure out how to read the room first. You just walk in and, wild ass out and think everybody's going to be really excited about your crazy energy. And it's,
Well, they might. But
They
that
might.
doesn't mean that they respect
doesn't
it.
mean they're going to. Yeah.
And for nerds out there, it's chemistry.
Oh, you know what? There is somebody specific I'm thinking about now that I think about it. Yeah.
It's like chemistry.
Here, I'll write it down. The name. Oh, you know what? Pluto. That's a great name.
When you introduce somebody or some unknown, oh God, your favorite person.
I have a story about this. Yeah. The moniker's Pluto now. All right, got a nickname, Pluto, because that's the.
Listen, when you come into somebody's house, the master of the house, you must show respect to the master
Jesus,
of the house.
Mary and Joseph, shoot me. Said it again too, in the. We've got some people to talk about here.
Instead of the master of the house.
This is going to be a great discussion.
Even if it's a public space.
Yeah.
The master of the house, you must show respect to the master.
Yeah, you
of the
can kiss my ass.
house.
I'm not engaging in dynamics with other people. Sorry.
Okay. Coming in, chemistry. You're introducing a new compound into
You are.
the new chemical
You're in
into
the
the
solution
compound.
now, man. Yep.
You gotta mix in or
Yeah.
get rejected. Like
Always
oil and
add
water.
acid. That's right.
You don't want to be oil in the water. You want to be water in the water.
Be the water with Bruce Lee.
Be the water. Okay. So speaking clicks. There's
Clicks.
no such thing as clicks. Or is there such thing as clicks? What do we do about that? Is it a
I
thing?
mean, why do you feel there's something to do about it? That's my question.
Okay.
And is it a click because you're in it, or is it a click because you're not?
All right, there's
Yes.
like Mean Girls cliques, but that can be anywhere. There are people who
That just means
have
that
their
there's a
own
bunch of mean
agenda.
girls that decided to be mean girls together.
Together, yeah. They perpetuate a scarcity mentality.
But the only thing
because
that
it
gives them power
benefits
is
them.
it's the people that aren't them.
Yeah. You can tell them go fuck yourself, and then they don't have any
Exactly.
power anymore. You laugh at them.
Exactly.
You're an idiot, and then just keep walking.
Exactly. So is it really? Why
They
why is
actually
it a
never
click?
bothered me, which was kind of strange
So,
because I didn't care.
because the lifestyle events have always been considered cliquish. Do we believe that lifestyle events are any different than any public events?
I don't.
No.
It could be like anything.
Say you go to a work party.
Oh
It's about to be the holidays. Say you go
Identical.
to a holiday work party. You're around these people on a regular basis. You sometimes see them on a daily basis, which is sometimes more than you see kink people. So it's even a more concentrated amount of time that you have spent with these people.
It's more than you see your partners.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
When you walk into this room that is hosting this party, do you not see groups of people standing together that are the same groups of people that stand together at work around the water fountain or the
Hell
coffee
yeah.
pot
My
or the
department.
copier or the break room?
Oh yeah.
Why? Because they have already put in the work to find that they have somebody in common with in the amount of time that they have to spend with these other people in a specific building.
That's right.
That's a clique, if you want to call it a clique. Or it's people that have found their tribe. Now, if you talk about tribes, everybody's all like happy-go-lucky and, oh my God, that's such a good thing. Oh
Your
my
vibe
God,
matches your
you
tribe.
found a tribe. You belong. But if you
Vibe
use
attracts
the
your
word
tribe.
clique, it's automatically negative. But what's the difference?
Nothing.
You ultimately are not a part of it. You're calling it a clique because you're not a part of it. If you're a part of it, you're a tribe.
Okay. So in that sense, clique has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Yeah. People give it a
But it's the
negative
same damn
connotation.
thing.
Yeah. Because if they were happy about it, they wouldn't call it a clique.
And you know what? I
It's
think I get it.
derogatory in nature. The word is derogatory in nature. It means the word itself, by using the word clique, you're automatically assuming that somebody is excluded.
Exactly. I think
Where
that's
if you
the
use the
difference.
word tribe is more inclusive.
Yeah, if your energy vibes with it. So even
Yeah.
a clique, it's about the vibing negative energy, like, oh, we all gossip.
Oh, we all click. Now,
Yeah.
see, you can use the word, oh man, I met this person and we clicked instantly.
CLICK or CLIQUE.
Yeah. We clicked instantly. It was amazing. Yeah, okay, that doesn't have a negative connotation. But when have you ever heard somebody on, say, our website go in and go, oh, I went into the space and there's just so many cool clicks? No, there's so many cool groups. There's so many cool interest groups. There's so many cool tribes. But you never hear a positive connotation to click. And it's always by people who were not a part of it.
Yep.
But then my question to them is why do you want to be a part of something?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be a part of that group?
Yeah.
Have you figured what do you know about them that makes you want to be a part of them? Why do you think you have anything in common with them?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think you want to be my friend? What the fuck's wrong with you? You don't even know me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Why do they think also that just because there's a gaggle of girls that hang out that's a clique? And that they want to be involved, or they're excluding me. Like, no, maybe you're just unlikable.
9 times out of 10 at
maybe you're the asshole.
Kink events, let's just use kink events, that's the only time these people see each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to hang out because they've waited a month to do it.
I've waited for my friends for that long. Yeah.
They haven't seen their friends in a month. Yeah, they want to spend time with them or 2 weeks or however long that event goes. But if I haven't seen my friends in a month and I know I see my friends at this event, I'm going to go spend time with them.
Janie didn't pay attention to me. Yeah, that's because, she's been getting her freaking law degree or something. Jesus, she's trying to spend time with her friends. The fuck?
It's only a click when somebody feels like they're not a part of it. But then they need to ask themselves, what about them?
Why do they fucking care?
What about them, other than the fact that you are feeling excluded, makes them important to you?
So, Dame, as a leader of our community,
Stop it.
how do you feel about...
I do not consent to that.
I'm with you.
It's fine. This is non-consensual. As a leader of our community, how do you feel about new people and then, like, introducing new people? Like,
I love newbies.
So when you see them in a public space or whatever... Do you go out and introduce yourselves?
I do.
Do you let them come to you?
Nope. I'll walk right up to them and introduce myself and say hi and ask their name because I know myself well enough to know I'm probably not going to mesh with them.
That's funny. I do the exact same thing. I can't believe you just said that.
You just met this person.
I'm going to automatically assume that I'm not going to mesh with them.
I do the
But
same
that doesn't
thing.
mean I'm not going to know somebody that might.
Okay.
So if I can introduce myself and ask them their name, like how'd you find us? How did you get here? What brought you here? If I can ask some very generic questions and get them talking, then I can introduce them to some people that are more like-minded so they can feel involved in something.
What if they latch on to you?
No, I pawn them off.
Oh, good. So I try to, and they end up latching on to me, and I'm like, I'm never talking to anybody
And I'm
again.
okay with them latching on for an event.
Yeah.
But I'm really good at redirecting.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right.
I've had a lot of practice at redirecting.
I've just kind of gotten a little bit used to it.
So
but I'm the same way.
the
I'm
ones
like,
that
you're not gonna
latch
me.
on,
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
why did you allow them to latch on?
It could
they
be
don't
for any number of reasons. It could be because I notice an insecurity and I don't mind being somebody safe for somebody for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I was that way with the.
I don't mind that at all because I would rather if they had the balls to get dressed and drive to an event that they knew without a shadow of a doubt that they did not know another human being in an environment that society deems taboo in a public space. I have no problem making sure that while you're in that space, you're not fucked with.
Mm-hmm. We know youngin, and I brought.
So
them
can
the
that be
coffee, and
anybody? That comes?
As long as they don't initially come off as an asshole, yeah. Now, if you come off as an asshole to me, or you are indignant, or you are misogynistic, or any of the things, if I get those vibes, or you actually are like that, you're on your fucking own because none of my people are going to mesh with you.
Okay.
That was a Scrabble word right there, indignant. It's a good word. It's a good word.
But then again, then that's their problem, not mine.
That they're an asshole?
Yes. They picked the wrong representative.
True.
Yeah, I feel that.
But if some like
One
I said,
guy goes by Joyful.
Yeah.
Joy. Yeah. Oh, wrong representative.
Wrong representative.
Yeah, I picked the wrong representative.
You got any comments there on that? How you feel about new people?
Same. Identical opinion. Scenario, all of it. You have the balls enough to drive out, you're going to get my attention for at least that one event, and then I'm going to pawn you off, and if we're going to keep you, we're going to keep you. Same.
I guess I'm like, y'all are like the gatekeeper.
Well, they're not meeting me. They're meeting my representative.
That's true. But you're like the gatekeeper, and I'm the one that, like, the back gate that protects the castle type of thing. Because
I have no problem turning on somebody.
I feel the same way about.
I'm just saying.
We know.
I feel the same way about new people.
But that's because they earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck themselves.
I guess it's partly because of how I came into the lifestyle. Like, I was by myself, and I came and I did that. So I don't, like, I'm an introvert. I understand that.
No, see, I do it honestly, like, bare bones. When I came into this lifestyle, there wasn't a community. You learned by the Mac of you had to learn about shit by going to a video store or a sex shop and looking at magazines and looking at ads in the back of magazines or there was no internet. You guys have to understand, when I first learned about this, there was no internet. You couldn't just go on an electronic device and Google a keyword and get 15 million articles that relate to that word.
Exactly.
That's why I never got in. I started looking when I was like 12.
You had to grasp on to any information you could possibly have and then try to figure out how it fit in your head in a safe way that was productive for you without anybody else's experience or anybody else's opinions or anybody else's stories besides the ones you read in the magazines. And even then you didn't know if they were real or not because they're in a magazine.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
how it was.
So if I
these
had
new kids
to,
have it so easy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for those people.
they do and they don't, because if you go on the internet and you Google any fetish that is in our lifestyle, a common fetish, bondage, master, dominant, submissive, anything, flogging, okay, they're going to be so inundated. One, not only with the amount of information, but they're only going to be inundated with the information that somebody has pumped millions of dollars into to be the first to be seen. That doesn't make it valid.
That's why I'm here. There's the answer to the why are you doing this podcast, that kind of
That
stuff.
doesn't, just because it's first on your Google list doesn't mean it's valid. It means because somebody paid money for it to be there.
Somebody's popular.
So just because they have it at their fingertips and they're coming into the event with years and years of online knowledge doesn't mean shit. It means they have more knowledge than I probably had 28 years ago from the back of magazines. So there's a spectrum. There's I didn't have enough knowledge and I had to scrape for everything I got. And then there's the spectrum of, I have so much knowledge, I don't know what to do with it. I can't discern what's right or what's wrong. And then there's everything in the middle, and the community's in the middle.
That's a good point. It is in the middle.
So if I'm in the middle and I can take a new person that I know I know without a shadow of a doubt that they have already researched hundreds of websites and articles and porn and all of these things, and they've got all these things rattling in their head before they even walk into a munch. Yeah, I want to be able to introduce myself and be cordial and ask a few questions. And if I can lead them to like-minded people, even if the like-mindedness is over board games, the rest will follow.
Now you've caught his attention.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I see why you're there where you are on the weekends. I have like a different kind of thing because I'm like, kind of bias, kind of hating on the kids now because I was back there back in the days when you couldn't just Google this stuff. So I was there before pre-Google where you had to do this. I feel like the kids now, they have it easier because they can go drive 20, 30 minutes, pay money, and go to a place where they see this all in live.
Here they can.
Yeah.
You're spoiled because of the area that you're in.
I realize
you go
that too,
outside this area
but
and that still doesn't exist.
My point is, back when I started, I didn't even have a place to know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There was,
it was one of those where you weren't invited to something unless you were vetted, but you couldn't get to know the people to vet you.
Well, even if you found those people, I never found those people. Had I
Right.
not had the site, I would have never even known about anything.
I think
right
I'm
down
more
the
bitter
street.
even than that because all of that is why I never got started. So I just got in 3 years ago because there were no search engines for this back when I was was that young looking for this stuff. Couldn't find any people and gave up. How do you even find them?
I
And
don't
I'm
know.
over in a
So-
different city. So
I see what you're saying about
Literally
Googling
gave
and
up.
finding information. I feel like on a side tangent, that should be a skill they teach in school because a lot of people in their 30s and 40s and 50s don't know how to Google and sift through all this information that you're getting.
They think just because it's the top one, it must be the best.
Yeah,
And
or
that's-
they
it's
do
not
it or they
true.
try it and they'd be like, oh, it didn't work. It'd be like, how many times I tried it once, it didn't work. I'm like, what do you mean? You got to try like 3 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel it, but I have that bias of being back then. I just knew when like internet and stuff started and like dating websites started, I was just like, I'll find it eventually. I knew a site like the one we go on was going to happen eventually, and it wasn't going to be like these.
Well, there were
paid
sites
subscription
before the
sites.
site we go on.
Well, yeah, you had to pay a subscription.
No, you did not.
You talking about like I'm talking. I understand there's like AOL and
I was
all
in
those,
AOL chat rooms.
like those different things. I'm talking about a site specifically for us on there
You
that
did
where
not
you
have to pay.
where you didn't have to pay. That was actually pretty good.
Well, I mean, define good back in the
Like
the
setup like this was
mid-90s.
yeah, I'm talking about setup like it is now. But my point is, it was a good place to go find that information. So I feel biased against the kids nowadays because they have this place where they can just go and find all this information and they can sift through it. Like,
yeah, we're bitter old codgers.
yeah. So when you see new people come into a place and it's just, I don't know. And also before like our group started, I've been around and I've seen like the revolving door of people. They come in, they get themselves, they go to the watering hole like 3-4 months and then all
They
of a sudden,
boo up and
boom,
they're gone.
They're gone.
Or
Not
they
even
don't
that.
boo up,
Yeah,
but they're
they
just
leave.
gone. Yeah.
So that's why I guess I'm always bitter with the new people because I understand bringing in the new people coming in and but I just give them like 3 or 4 months. You got to show me that you're going to be here consistently on a regular basis.
But see, you've got to show me you're going to be here consistently on a regular basis to get past that acquaintance.
Okay.
I can be an acquaintance with you. I can go to the watering hole, 2 or 3 weekends a month and see the same people.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't, I mean, you've got to show that but then again, what's your intentions? Maybe that's all they needed. Maybe they were here for 3 or 4 months and got what they needed and maybe realized it wasn't for them, or maybe they moved because of life circumstances and they just upped and left. There's a million different reasons why there's a revolving door in the lifestyle.
Yeah. But I'm saying I respect you because of that, because that takes too much too much energy from me to even talk to them.
Right. Well, you can get burnt out easy.
I burned out a long time ago, but even that, I need to see something for me to even spend any energy on.
Right.
You. So that's
No, I
why I
get
respect
that.
you for doing that. Cause,
Thank you.
Taking care of the kids. You all right over there?
No,
It's the vodka.
I don't know what he's drinking.
What are you looking at?
nothing. You didn't see anything.
Oh.
It's called allergies. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes or left or so.
Allergies.
Do we want to elaborate on anything we talked about right now?
I don't remember what the topic was.
Quality friends.
Oh, you've been coloring your
God.
book over there the whole time.
Yeah, I'm thinking. It's how I think. Creativity brings it out in me.
Quality friends. So, one other question I wanted to talk about. Our inner friends group, like how
Our social circle.
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
that, the people we do stuff with, how do we figure out, like, we've had our same little social circle, but we've added new people. and kind of kicks other people out, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. We just facilitate their new path.
Right. So how do you...
That's great.
Wow. How do you...
Accurate.
How do you qualify that? Like letting newer people into the group, and then I don't know how to say qualify, but
It's
how do
the
you...
same way. It's the same way with quality friends. It's not like there's no initiation process where like if you go through this 4-week boot camp, you automatically get your first patch.
It's organic.
It's do they fit in? And they'll either naturally fit in or they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, they're going to show themselves. They're going to show if they are a positive or negative contribution to the establishment that they're trying to be a part of, which would be the social circle that people are in. And if they are, then they'll stick around. And if they're not, then they won't.
Eventually, everybody's mask slips, and you'll figure it out. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, they jive with us, or like, ooh, well, that's what's under there. Ooh,
I'll just say, so my background for that question is I've seen some newer people come in. I thought they were like, ooh, shiny and new, young and new. But then
Are we talking young age or young kink?
Yes.
Because there's a distinct difference.
Yes, to both.
Yes.
But so they were younger and shiny and new, and I thought that was all there was to them, but then they showed themselves to be very self-aware, and then everybody else, took a liking to them. But I'm like, oh, they said something that was intelligent and very self-aware, and they're like, oh, okay, now I can, start to be friends with you.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, like, for you, like, what does it for you?
you just named what does it for me. That's the quality friend thing too. That was the only other
It's
thing I
the
was gonna bring
time
up.
for me. I'm a watcher. I watch people. I watch how they interact with other people. I watch how they treat other people. I watch how they intermingle with groups and stuff. And if I can see consistency and I can see sincerity and I can experience it, then I personally will open myself up to be in situations that include them more.
And invite them to situations?
Yeah, I'll invite them to situations and give them chances. It'll still be public ones. But that's how I do it.
Mm-hmm. Like friend vetting.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we do about when our friends make horrible decisions?
That's a whole different.
Are they
That's
friends or
different
are they
animal.
acquaintances?
Yeah, that's my question.
I have, you know what? When my friends make horrible decisions, I gracefully, I treat them gracefully, and I back away a little bit. I let them go out on their kite. They're like all the way out on their kite, and they got way too much string out there, and they're off, flapping around in the wind. And I'm like, hey, yeah, okay, I see you out there. When you come back down, let me know.
It depends on what the bad decision is. If it's something that directly affects me or is related to me, I'm very blunt and honest and direct with them.
I am too, and I remove myself from them.
It doesn't necessarily mean I remove myself from
I
them.
do.
We resolve the situation. Like I have no problem. I've recently done it where I had no problem going to a person saying, I'm coming to you as this certain thing. I'm coming to you about this situation. This is how I feel about it. This is what happened. And this is what I won't tolerate. Not that assholey, but I mean because I also preference the conversation with, I love you. You are my friend. This is not contingent on our friendship, but it's something that needs to be addressed.
I've done that. Yeah, you're right. I guess it depends on the scenario. It depends on how they're fucking up and where in their life. Is it directly
it's
at
very,
you? Did they snap at you? That kind of stuff.
It's very specific. Now,
Yeah,
if
it
it
is.
didn't involve me and it just involves them or it could be detrimental to them, then tread a little lightly, bring it to their attention. But ultimately you have to decide, is it yours?
It's always mine. My dad told me something when I was really young that stuck with me forever. He said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And so if I surround myself with people who are lacking discernment and they're making bad decisions for themselves and they're either not being self-aware or they're not having good discernment about others, that's going to reflect on me somehow, not in public. It's going to rub off on me somehow, not reflect on me, because that's about perception. It's going to rub off on me somehow. So the idea that if you share energy and you're sharing space with somebody, you're sharing closeness, their personality starts to rub off on you. You start to use common language. You start to feel common energies. And I don't like to surround myself with people who are lacking in self-awareness and discernment about others, because they're going to keep negative people around them, or they're going to snap and have reactions that they didn't normally have. They might be more stressed because they're surrounding themselves with bad people, or they're missing something in themselves that they can't see their own bad behaviors or their own bad reactions. And I don't have time for that. I can't make house room for people who don't see themselves, because if they can't see themselves, that also means they don't see you. They're distracted by something. There's fog in front of the mirror that they're supposed to be able to see you in, and they can't, because they're lacking discernment. If I watch somebody else lack discernment, I got a problem with that. So I stay away from them until they figure it out, and then they come back and go, yeah, I was fucking up. Yeah, I was lonely. I went out with this person, and I knew I was screwing up. I'm like, I know you knew. I was just waiting, and they're like, thanks. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. They see it, or sometimes they don't. Yeah, and they're going to keep bringing dangerous people around, or just shitty people. It's not dangerous, but toxic. Shitty people. I don't need to be around shitty people. That's one step removed from me. Nah, I'm good. I'm shitty too.
I mean, I see that. I'm also of the camp of where if the only place that I'm seeing the shitty people, or the only place that this is happening is in social situations, and they are not somebody I would call at 3 a.m, then why does it affect me?
Oh, if they're not somebody I would call at 3 a.m, I don't give a shit. Right. This is only the people I care that I would, that I either would answer the call at 3 a.m, or that I would call. Yeah. And once I see somebody that close to me doing it, I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
Goodness. And so I start to kind of move away, and I'll even talk to them about it and be like, I'm not in this. I'm going to see you less.
Yeah.
You figure your shit out. If something's wrong, you figure your shit out. Or I just kind of slowly talk to them less, and I'm like, all right, they're going to work it out. It works itself out.
It works itself out.
Yeah.
So for those 3 a.m. friends that you would call, is there like this is the person I would call at 3 a.m., or is it just kind of
it happens organically?
Yeah, it just happens naturally.
Yeah. You know that they see you. You can see it. It's like what Dame said. You see how compassionate they are with other people. You watch their interactions with others. You see how they treat everything from their own friends to you when you're with them, to animals, to
and you start building your own experiences with them. The more you see those positive things, the more you're willing to allow them in your space.
Yeah.
And the quantity of time that they are in your space. And then that will organically build into when shit's about to go down or something bad has just happened, they are somebody that pops into your head. They're not those are the people that aren't conscious thoughts. It's not like I'm looking through my phone going, now who could I call that would help me? It's automatically knowing, like, I need to call this person. Yeah, I know that they would be able to help with this thing.
I have criteria for it, I guess. I can quantify exactly like what I see in someone that makes them that kind of person to me.
I don't know that I want a qualifier, because if I have a qualifier, then I want everybody to have. I don't want them, because I don't want to. I don't want to have to compare qualifiers.
Oh no, it's personality traits, and you either have it or you don't. There's certain ones,
but I appreciate different people for different personalities.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, it's like selfishness.
Oh,
they take in the good way. They take care of themselves, and so you know that they're not going to be dependent upon you, or they're not codependent on you. They're not trying to do anything. They take such good care of themselves. They stand alone.
Right.
And the fact that they want to spend time with you and they are always so selfish, it's like, they see their own value. They respect themselves and they want to spend time with me. That means they respect me from a place that they're already secure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's one of them.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like people who still maintain internal joy. They find joy just from within themselves, even through everything they've been through. Some of the people we know have been through just excruciating traumas in their life.
Absolutely.
And still just bubble up joy from the inside. I just I love that.
Yeah.
People who can take joy in simple things like animals or or a
Babies.
tree that they like, babies, anything. I like colored pens. I like this color. You've been through some shit, and you still are just able to have like this childlike enthusiasm about life.
Yeah.
I like people like that. That means something to me, and not the fake kind, the good kind.
Very interesting. I'm not the friend you call at 3 a.m. in the morning. Need to bury a body, hold onto a bag that's about 8 heads heavy, and there's starts to smell a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the freezer and forget about it.
That's fine. That's all we need.
You knock on my doors like warriors. We need to go out with knives and crowbars.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
That's the guy we're talking about.
Stab somebody, shoot somebody.
That's what we're talking about.
That's the 3 a.m. friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It depends on the
I'll take
call.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to call you I'll call you to take me to the hospital, but you're going to drop me off. You're not coming in with me. It's
if
fine.
you need to make a run to Miami and drop off some
Square groupers.
square groupers,
Yeah.
or take a bullet
That's the
for
thing,
you.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
that guy.
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll walk downtown. I'm going to call you out right now. And I'll just be talking and, and I'm looking at everything and whatever, not really paying attention. And I'm like too close to the road, and he'll take me and he'll move me. And I'm just keep talking. I'm like a chittering little bird, like a little squirrel, like.
He herds you.
And he just kind of.
He herds you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my sheepdog.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not gonna say we've been downtown and haven't heard a few gunshots.
Yeah, that
Years.
happened.
Yeah.
I'm protective too. So you see, I'm
Different ways.
I'm protective in a different way. Yeah. And I have self-preservation. It's just not like that though. I get hit by a car, gunshots, different story.
Yeah.
Well, puppies and kittens
Yeah.
brings another
God.
episode of Around the Kinky Campfire.
Yeah.
This is one more episode. You guys give your names and I'll give my name.
This is,
Wow, you're last.
Yeah. This is
last.
Dane.
Linux.
And this is Captain Galactic Pretty Boy.
I like that one.
We say hello
And goodbye.
And goodbye.
and goodbye.